So I want to talk about what sexual alchemy has to do with tearing down the life that you have to basically have the life that you truly want. This is the tension between seeing how what you have ticks the boxes of what you were taught by society was successful, what allows you to feel safe, not vulnerable, and this feeling inside, the pull of your soul towards who you truly are and what that magnetizes in terms of a reality that aligns. A little while ago, maybe not that long ago, a week ago or something, I posted on Instagram that the phrase "to root a woman" had been horribly distorted. You know, it's derogatory to root a woman, to have sex with her, right? When I realized that this word had such profound divine meaning, not distorted, but sacred, rooting meaning, anchoring her into the fullest expression. And this is the journey of sexual alchemy, to rid yourself of all the ways that sacred sexuality has been twisted, the act of sex itself has been twisted, the way that religion, society, everything has taken away the sacred power of sex. We all have this creative fire burning within us. We are taught by the Matrix that we direct this fire into lust, into going after the things that give us these outcomes, these fixes of pleasure, instead of long-term, powerful, aligned creation that is devotion to who you are, devotion to this furnace of God's longing within. Your life in your divinity, in your highest timeline, in your deepest worth. It is not meant to be wasted in the quick fixes that give you validation, that give you security, that give you whatever feeling you are seeking. This is coming up for me right now because I am relaunching my book, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency. It is easier than you think to have it all. It has been off the shelves for over a year as I have transitioned my business from coaching into something that feels more sovereign, something that feels more aligned to me, something that I know it's who I am. It's my creative fire expressing through me. Where I got stuck was how to align this with the system that I had created behind the book, the system that was making me lots of money, the system that actually would be a little bit silly to let go of. How could I align essentially what is a book funnel to what I do now when I'm no longer coaching people to build their businesses in the way that I used to? So this relaunch is really inviting me to stay in devotion instead of distortion, so that I still help people with that ache to turn their creative fire into aligned creation in a way that feels like devotion to me. So let's talk about how sexual alchemy plays into this. First of all, what is it? Sexual alchemy is this beautiful process of us transmuting lust. So lust is when the energy sits in the first energetic gate of the body, Yesod. When it is locked down by fear, essentially, which drives us to need to lust after, to stay in our primal instinct. Sexual alchemy helps us to take this energy up through the body into divine creation, i.e., the creation that was always meant for us, that isn't conditional upon keeping us safe or giving us stability or having approval or fitting in. It is just a third energy created from the energies within you. Love instead of lust. So we don't suppress lust. We don't try and stop having desire. Desire is beautiful. Desire is healthy. We ascend the desire through the heart space, through all of these energetic gates, actually. Each have their own beautiful wisdom that allow this energy to rise in power, in peaceful power, in the highest frequency of unconditional love. Sexual alchemy is rooted in Taoism, Tantra, also Egyptian alchemy. And it is essentially the mastery of moving energy, moving your life force, unlocking the codes of true creation, igniting the soul's will so that it expresses through your life, so that we do not just reach an outcome, we actually feel fulfillment, we feel deep connection, we feel deep intimacy with every area of our life. We are present, we are here now, and it's incredible. When you stop seeing this energy as something to discharge and actually start seeing it as something to channel, to direct, everything changes. We start to see it as circulation. It comes from us, it comes to us. This again comes down to these energies within. The divine feminine is the receiver. The divine masculine is the container. The devotion, this is what is coming up for me in this launch, the devotion. If I allow myself, how do I allow myself to let my sexual energy just fucking flow, to do what I love and do it in love without the conditions of making money or meeting deadlines or, getting the right approval, fitting in. Actually just let this love flow, knowing that my divine masculine energy is in deep devotion to that love and creation, which holds me anchored, which holds me grounded, which makes me my own stability, me my own security, which makes me more powerful. When I'm in my power, I'm in my artistry. I'm moving without question. I am offering without condition. This is magnetic. This is authenticity. This is your miracle frequency switched on. The divine feminine energy, as I have discovered her, is so expansive. It is like walking in shoes that fit all of the time. It is like having the hairstyle that makes you feel beautiful all of the time. It is like not giving a shit and just being in this intimate dance with life, this trust of the spiraling of life, the unfolding, just letting life unfold from you and seeing it unfold, witnessing it unfold, loving as it unfolds without question. And that spirals outwards rather than the constriction, right? When you're trapped by lust, when you are trapped by your desires, when you are living within the walls of your own fear, life isn't expanding, life is contracting. You are moving through the same patterns, the same cycles, and all of the while, however much you build, this pull stays within you, the soul's pull. You feel it, you can't ignore it, and nothing will ever be enough. You will continue to chase, you will continue to seek, and you will continue to feel dissatisfied. Ultimately, there will be a tower moment. You can either catalyze that tower, tear life down, or you can wait for it to fall down. You can wait for the burnout, you can wait for the illness, you can wait for the destruction. Manifestation is always going to involve destruction. They are the same opposite sides of the same coin. To create, we have to destroy. You can be in control of that. Healthy control, loving control, through direction, through channeling creatively, through constructive channeling of your creative energy, in integration of your yin, your yang, your dark, your light. That love, that interaction, that spiraling, that ascension of your creation energy into whatever third energy was always meant for you. So again, we bring this into the place of building a business, and what we're taught to hustle, to push, to force, to make money, to do everything upon the condition of security and success, when instead really that energy, that dynamic energy should be focused on simply devoting to the feminine, the creation itself. Not extinguishing her fire, just holding it, grounding it, letting it expand. And this is why God gave the woman the womb and the man the spine. What we do with lust is we add devotion. We add devotion to our desire. We add devotion, reverence to everything in life. Everything becomes ceremony. We come back to the deepest presence, the deepest intimacy, which means we take all the conditions off, all the fear goes away, so that this love with reverence becomes this fire, becomes this unstoppable, ascending, creative fire, where creation begins to happen for you. Because the feminine vessel, it's encoded. Wisdom is literally in our womb space. We have these codes that come through in higher consciousness, and the man's body becomes the vessel to hold this transmutation of this life force energy into divine creation. So whether you identify as a man, identify as a woman, you have both masculine and feminine energy within. It's likely that you have distorted masculine and feminine energy within. I know I did. I didn't really have a clue about my feminine energy, and my masculine energy was running amok. I was forcing everything in my life. I was controlling everything. Now I live without a plan. I live without a to-do list. I love unconditionally. I flow. I know the distinction between pushing my energy out and circulating it so intimately that I literally can't force anything anymore. I cannot be forced into anything anymore. Like, it's completely changed my life doing this work. So sexual alchemy begins with honoring that inner polarity, knowing you have both, knowing that both has a role, knowing that there is a depth to you that is almost impossible to put into words, and committing to going there, to going into the depths of your soul, to knowing what is true love for you, to knowing what is not extinguishing this fire anymore, to trust that you can stop extinguishing it, you can stop giving it away, you can stop sacrificing yourself, you can be fucking vulnerable, because there is nothing to be afraid of. You're held by the universe itself. And I'm walking proof of this. The miracles that have happened in my life in the last few years would knock you over. I talk about them in my book, and since publishing, even more have happened. I live in the most beautiful place, the most beautiful way, and it's all aligned to who I am, because I said yes to her being enough, to her being more than okay. And I stopped sacrificing her for the approval and validation of others, for the feeling of security. And I realized my light. I allowed the ache for almost that shadow self to be in the light. And I allowed that ache to become movement, to become steps, baby steps every day of channeling my life force into creation, into love, the highest form of love, of everything. I could say intimacy with every area of life, depth, connection. You know, I've so long believed that I'm too deep. I want a connection that is way beyond what other people are seeking. You know, that I put people off, that I, yeah, fucking scare people. The lengths I go in my curiosity, you know, people can't handle that. But that's who I am. There's a wildfire in me that, as much as I have tried, I can't put out. And I began to notice when it felt most alive, dancing in the forest, being naked, shaving my head, playing music, following my heart, not my head, letting go of my head, surrendering to who I truly am and letting her be. That's the feminine. That's the feminine spiral. You have that spiral, even if you're a man, this longing, this loving, this ache to just create. And your masculine energy needs to learn to hold that space, not discharge that energy running at whatever safety you can create on the outside, right? Whatever security, whatever structure. And this looks like so many things in your life. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be the way that you have your business, it could be what you do in your business. There's misaligned, and you feel that tension. You begin to feel that tension until it becomes, you can't ignore it anymore. The tension between the life that you've built and the life that you truly want. The love that you have and the love that you truly want. What you have, what you've created by ticking the boxes, meeting everybody else's expectations, and what truly matches who you are as a soul, who you are as consciousness. Like I said at the beginning, the furnace of God's longing. So I hope today that this video has made you feel into how when you desire, it doesn't come from the lower consciousness of lusting after, of chasing, of seeking, of needing. It is moving through you as reverence, in love. Not to go out and consume something, but actually to create something. You can begin to witness this in the micro moments of your whole life. Am I consuming or am I creating? If I'm consuming, why? Why? What do I really need? Is it validation? Is it safety? Is it love? And why am I not becoming that within myself so that I pull more of that towards me? This is where life expands, where love comes into your life, people come into your life, opportunities come into your life. Life becomes this fucking exciting, like movie that you were out hustling to get before. This is the power of sexual alchemy. This is what it can do. This is what it creates. This is what it attracts. But it's deep. It's challenging. It's like recovering from every distorted belief that you've ever had, everything that you've ever been taught about yourself and about creation. It's ridding yourself of that dark energy that lives out there, the boogeyman that's going to come and get you in the middle of the night, that lives under the bed, that's going to swallow you whole if you don't fucking stay between the lines and follow the rules, right? That's not love. That's not love. Love is losing yourself in the moment. There is no time. It's like you melt. It's like your entire body disappears. You know yourself as consciousness. You experience yourself in the highest timeline. And there's no fear anymore. If this spoke to something ancient in you, then please like this video. Subscribe for more videos like this. Share this with somebody who is ready to remember the sacredness of their creative fire. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to embody these new wealth codes, if you're ready to regulate your nervous system so safety isn't something outside of you anymore, if you're ready to work with your sexual energy to create wealth, to begin living your art because you've switched on your own miracle frequency. My book, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency, It Is Easier Than You Think to Have It All, is your doorway. In this beautiful relaunch, you're going to get 9 bonuses, freshly created bonuses, worth nearly 400 USD. Sonic activations, neurosomatic transmissions and practices, ritual magic, powerful tools that are going to help you turn eros into devotion and fire into creation, the most aligned and beautiful creation of life, especially for you and your soul's blueprint. Until Sunday here in New Zealand, I will put the exact dates down in the description. There will be a code available if you comment on this video to access this relaunched book and bonuses for just $3.99. And if you're seeing this sometime in the future, the book is only $7.99. It is worth grabbing. But if you want to get the discount, then comment on this video below and I will directly send you the link. Otherwise, if you're seeing this in the future, the link is there in the description. Looking forward to igniting your sacred fire together. Thank you.